You just don't want to be found missing when the heavenly roll is called yourself. And so for us today, it means largely the same things. We might not be as far along in the persecution as they were, but the pace is definitely quickening. And if you are putting your hope in any politician, any president, anybody like that to change the course, you're going to be greatly disappointed. And I don't care which side of the aisle that person might come from. It's going to take God to clean up this mess. It really is. No human can do it. It's going to take God to do it. And so that is what we put our hope in. So today, we understand that God is our only hope. We also see many things in this culture that are dismaying, and it often seems like God's not doing a whole lot about that kind of stuff. At least it does to a lot of people. You know, what is God doing about the course that this world is going? Well, here's the thing, is that this world has a course that it has to follow. If I understand the scripture correctly, and it's going to get worse before it gets better, then bad things, they have to happen. There is a course that God already knows about that this world has to follow, and I believe that it is going to get worse before it gets better, and so bad things are going to happen. And so the reason that it might seem like God isn't doing anything right now is because it's not time yet. Not time yet. I believe that God really is doing things, that He is working. It's just that sometimes it might not be the exact things that we want to see, but He is working. And I've told you this, and this has become kind of a staple of my prayers when like tragedy strikes, or a terrible storm or a flood or something, lives are lost, or something really widespread happens. When that happens, I have to acknowledge that it was God's will for that to happen, because that hurricane would not have hit without it being the will of God. Okay? It wouldn't have happened if God hadn't said okay. So if that's the case, and it must be that way, then I like to pray this: God, in the midst of what you're doing with this, will you please also do a million little miracles? Million little miracles. Because there are people that are your people that are affected in this, and they're going to need a little miracle of some kind. Will you just do all of that? Just a million little miracles in the midst of whatever it might be in this big event. And your miracles, they might not make the headlines, but I bet they'll make the headlines of your newspaper, right?